eyes. It was a typical summer's day in Dimbula, tropical North Queensland, hot enough to fry an egg on the bonnet of her Land Cruiser. Molly stepped into the second round yard, the one that was home to her newest horsey recruit, and double-checked that the gate was securely shut behind her. She knew there was no hope of ever getting the wild horse back if he made a sudden break for it. Outside the confines of the round yard, there was nothing but farmland for miles, Jacaranda Farm making up 1,000 hectares of it. Beyond that was untamed countryside, in which a wayward horse would easily be concealed if it wanted to be. And Buck most certainly would want to. He was the most challenging horse Molly had ever worked with, but she wasn't going to give up on him. How could she? Her daughter had her heart set on the gelding being her very own one day. It was only a few months ago that they'd had to put down Rose's beloved old bomb-proof horse, Jimmy, due to cancer. It had broken Rose's heart, and Molly's. That was why Buck was here, to be Rose's new horse, and Molly was going to make sure he was the best horse he could be before Rose sat in a saddle. Safety was her number one priority, especially for her precious little girl. Molly smiled as she remembered Rose, her 6-year-old, begging her to bring Buck home with them from Silver Spur Station. The station owner had been about to send the horse to the meatworks because it had kicked him viciously in the back, leaving a purple bruise the size of a football. Mind you, the station owner wasn't the nicest of blokes either. He'd probably done something to deserve it. Molly found herself unable to deny Rose her wish, admiring her little daughter's passion for horses, a passion that matched her own. And she felt there was something special about the horse too, underneath its rebellious bravado. Molly truly believed that the horse had just been mistreated, misunderstood, and harshly trained by the hard hand of the station owner's son. Rose had aptly named the horse Buck, as that was all he seemed to want to do. That is, when he wasn't trying to bite you. Ignoring the beads of sweat rolling down her cheeks, Molly kept her gaze soft but steady, being careful not to look directly into Buck's big brown eyes as he stood warily in front of her. She knew direct eye contact was very unsettling to a nervous horse, arousing its powerful fight or flight instincts. Not the ideal way to make a horse feel at ease. Molly kept her distance and squatted so Buck could see she was nothing to be afraid of, stealing a few moments to admire his striking features. Buck was a beautiful boy, his chestnut coat closer to red than brown, with 4 white socks and an adorable white star on his forehead that was slightly hidden by his unruly forelock. She was looking forward to being able to get close enough to groom him. His mane and tail were in need of a decent brush. Continuing on with the training and keeping her voice soft and low, she talked to him soothingly. She could see the tension in his body gradually easing. He moved his mouth and his ears flickered more slowly. Molly stood carefully and took a few steps towards Buck, a little off to one side, to make sure she didn't walk into the blind spot in his vision and startle him. Buck gently raised his muzzle twice. That, together with a light stamp of his front hoof, indicated his pleasure at Molly's kind approach to him. Molly was overjoyed. In the 2 grueling months she had been working with Buck, a few hours almost every day, this was the closest he had allowed her to get. She reminded herself to remain calm. Horses could feel your emotions. She needed to stay relaxed.